Hi, my name is Celine Erasmus. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm author of Fast Food for Sustained Energy. I'm a corporate wellness consultant and a regular media columnist. In this video clip, I'd like to chat about how the timing of your meals, and particularly eating more during the day, can help you to increase your energy levels, improve your health, and help you to lose weight. Now, our lives have become so hectic that many of us don't have time to snack, never mind eat a meal. So what tends to happen is we siphon down cups of coffee, we grab a handful of biscuits when we can, maybe one afternoon snack. So by the time we get home, we are just so famished that we nibble before dinner. We then eat far too much at dinner. And then if you had that experience where after supper in the evening, even though you know that you're satisfied because you've potentially eaten 2, maybe even 3 helpings, you still find yourself going from the couch in front of the TV to the kitchen, from the couch to the kitchen, because you can't stop the nibbling. Well, if you can relate to that, then maybe you've got to think about trying to eat a little bit more strategically. So eating more during the day with the intention that that can help you to not be so hungry so that you can eat a lighter meal at night. Eating our main meal in the evening is something that South Africans generally do, and a lot of people. What happens though is if you eat a large meal at night, after supper, you don't need all that energy. Generally, we're watching TV, you might do a little bit of light work, maybe reading a book, spending time with the family, but you're pretty much going to go to bed soon and then spend the next 6, 8, 10 hours there. So you don't need all that energy from such a large meal at that point of the day. Ideally, you should have it earlier on in the day. Now, the Italians and the French tend to have this idea of having their main meal at lunchtime down to a T. I'm not suggesting that you have such a large meal in the middle of the day that you also need a siesta though, because your boss is not going to be really happy in terms of your productivity. But eating a more balanced meal midday can really help you to sustain your energy throughout the day, to feel energetic, to concentrate better, and to also be able to lose weight by eating less in the evening at night. So how can you possibly eat a bigger meal midday? Well, being a bit more prepared can help. I find that I have a constant supply close to me of things like pre-roasted vegetables, crudités, the right kind of snacks, and cottage cheese and packs of tuna and pre-cooked meat and all kinds of things. And I keep them in the office where I'm at. I keep them in my car where I'm on the road, so that at least when I am peckish over lunchtime, even if it means just grabbing a handful of dried fruit or nuts or a health bar in my car while I'm driving, or it means quickly throwing together a salad in my home office, I'm able to do so, as opposed to the alternative, which is miss lunch completely and pay the price later on in the day when I finally get a chance to eat. I was actually asked by a local business newspaper to write an article on exactly this topic, because it's become such an evident habit that so many of us, especially those of us who are in business and dealing with the corporate rat race, where we tend to go for hours in the day without eating enough and then eating too much later on in the evening. And when I was writing the article, I put together some tips in terms of how to make sure that at midday you're eating a balanced meal that's also not going to take out a huge chunk of time, because I wouldn't want you to feel that you're going to lose out on productivity and have to cancel meetings just to be able to put together a quick lunch. It can be easy and quick, especially if you've got the right things close at hand. So you know that you're having a balanced meal, because I don't want you to have 2 or 3 toasted sandwiches and take that as a tick box, I've eaten more midday. You want to be making the right smart choices so that you also benefit your blood sugar, and that then keeps your energy levels up throughout the afternoon. So a balanced meal has enough color in it. Ideally, the color should come from either veggies or some kind of salad or maybe a piece of fruit. And then you should have a little bit of protein, perhaps about a fistful, and a little bit of starch, also about a fistful. If the color dominates on the plate, you're going to keep the kilojoules and the calories down on the meal, which is a great idea if you're wanting to manage your weight. There are lots of very quick assembling balanced meal ideas in my book, which is called Fast Food for Sustained Energy. Please feel free to visit my website, that's celineerasmus.com, if you'd like to take a look at what more there is in the book and if potentially it's something or a resource that would help you. If at lunchtime you're able to grab a ready-made meal, be sure that you watch my video clip that will help you to make the smarter choices in ready-made meals, because you've got to be careful that you don't eat too much of a bigger portion and that it's got the right combination of nutrients. And if you find that you just can't sit down, you don't have the time or the ability or maybe the motivation to have a midday meal, perhaps you could do what I sometimes do when I'm spending a lot of time driving my car, is replace lunch with 3 or 4 smart snacks. So having a handful of nuts would be one snack, as long as it didn't provide more than 500 kilojoules or 5 grams of fat. And you could have 3 smart snacks, so maybe 3 handfuls of nuts, or 3 handfuls of or a combination of nuts, dried fruit, a piece of fresh fruit, lean biltong, a small packet of popcorn or low-fat pretzels, or maybe some crudités and a bit of dip. And if you add those 3 snacks together, say you have them at half an hour, 1 hour intervals, especially over midday, that can also help to sustain your energy levels without needing any form of extra time or commitment there. I would love to share more tips like this on how you can boost your energy, how you can improve your health and lose weight. Please join the Wellculator community on Facebook. That's at my professional Facebook page, which is Celine Erasmus, Wellness Professional. And it would be really great to be able to interact and connect with you on that side. I look forward to seeing you on the Wellculator community on Facebook. Thank you.